The latest in space weather today, a mini image of a comet passing a nebula and the sun full of filaments, these tubules, as we can see here, ready to erupt as new sunspots. The latest space weather reports, geomagnetic unrest possible this weekend. NOAA forecasters say that geomagnetic unrest is possible, January 13, that's today, in response to one or more passing coronal mass ejections, CMEs. These are near-miss CMEs, not direct hits on us. The ripple effect of the passing clouds is likely to disturb Earth's magnetic field without triggering full-fledged geomagnetic storms, auroras that is. And then we have Comet 12P visiting the Crescent Nebula. And this is an amateur photographer taking this picture. There's a lot of amateur photographers taking fantastic pictures, and they do have competitions locally and worldwide, so thank goodness they're around. They must have very good telescopes. Comet 12P visiting the Crescent Nebula. Astronomers around the world have been waiting for a geyser to blow on cryovolcanic Comet 12P Pons Brooks. It's overdue. Last night, the comet quietly passed by the Crescent Nebula, NGC 6888. As we can hear, this is a fantastic picture. Both of them together. Michael Jager photographed the conjunction from his backyard observatory in Austria. The picture is a 10-minute exposure through 4 independent color filters, RGB and hydrogen alpha. The alpha filter captured the red glow of hydrogen in the nebula, while the G filter picked up green light from diatomic carbon in the comet's atmosphere, so it makes for a beautiful contrast in the hues. Comet 12P is drifting away from the nebula now. It's still worth monitoring, though. An icy geyser has been breaking through the comet's surface every 15 days or so, and the pressure is building for a new blast, so look for it in the constellation Cygnus. So there is beautiful activity in our skies above our heads for those who have the telescopes to see what's going on. And according to what's happening with the sun, so many magnetic filaments. Today there are a dozen sunspot groups crossing the face of the sun. This spectroheliograph image reveals an even greater number of magnetic filaments. And this was a picture taken by François Rouvier, capturing the image from Cannes in France. And it shows the sun in the monochromatic wavelength, it's black and white, of red light emitted by solar hydrogen. Each irregular dark line that we see here, as you can see there's quite a lot, is a magnetic tube filled with dense hydrogen gas. And these filaments are just as likely to erupt as the sunspots, more than doubling the chances of a flare just for today. Now every night also, a network of NASA all-night sky cameras, all sky cameras scan the skies above the United States for meteoritic fireballs. Automated software maintained by NASA Meteoroid Environment Office calculates their orbits, velocity, penetration depth in Earth's atmosphere, and many other characteristics. Daily results are presented on space weather. And January 11th, the network reported 8 fireballs, all coming towards Earth. Near-Earth asteroids, potentially hazardous asteroids, PHAs, are the space rocks larger than 300 feet that can come closer to Earth than 0.05 AUs. 1 AU is 93 million miles, the distance between the Sun and our Earth. None of the PHAs is on a collision course with our planet, although astronomers are finding new ones all the time. Today, January 13, there were 2,349 potentially hazardous asteroids. Now the next one is coming tomorrow and then on Monday. Space weather balloons, almost once a week. Space weather and students of Earth to Sky Calculus fly space weather balloons to the stratosphere over California. And these balloons are equipped with sensors that detect secondary cosmic rays, a form of radiation from space that can penetrate all the way down to Earth's surface. Our monitoring program, they said, has been underway without interruption for 7 years, resulting in a unique data set of in situ atmospheric measurements. And the latest results, July 2022, atmospheric radiation is decreasing. Our latest measurements register a 6-year low. So what's going on? Ironically, the radiation drops is caused by increasing solar activity. We're in solar cycle 25 now, and it's roaring to life faster than forecasters expected. The sun's strengthening and increasing tangled magnetic fields repels cosmic rays from deep space, and in addition, solar coronal mass ejection CME sweep aside all these cosmic rays, causing sharp reductions called Forbush decreases. The two effects blend together to bring daily radiation levels down, cosmic radiation. And who cares? Cosmic rays are a surprisingly down-to-earth form of space weather. They can alter the chemistry of the atmosphere, triggering lightning and penetrate commercial airplanes as well. According to a study from Harvard Chan School of Public Health, crews of aircraft have higher rates of cancer than the general population. The researchers listed cosmic rays, irregular sleep habits, and chemical contaminants as leading risk factors. A number of controversial studies go even further, linking cosmic rays with cardiac arrhythmias and sudden cardiac death. The radiation centers on board our helium balloons detect, they said, X-rays and gamma rays in the energy range, and these energies span the range of medical X-ray machines and airport security scanners. Data points in the graph labeled stratospheric radiation correspond to the peak of Regener-Potzer maximum, which lies about 67,000 feet above central California. When cosmic rays crash into Earth's atmosphere, they produce a spray of secondary particles that's most intense at the entrance to the atmosphere. Physicists Eric Regener and George Potzer discovered the maximum using balloons in the 1930s, and it's what we are measuring today. And this is the latest on space weather. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.